Good evening, welcome back, guys. And things are going really well. If there is anybody in the chat, I can see about 4 or 5. If there's anybody in the chat, can you let me know? Can you hear me? Can you see everything okay? Is the stream healthy? Shall we go on, basically? Often I do get a problem with the audio, so if you can just let me know that everything's working, then we shall press on. And we are looking at the schedule, which is looking pretty good. And in all fairness, the boys have done extremely well despite dreadful injuries and despite players being away on international duty. All kinds of things have been going on for us, but we've been on an amazing run, which unfortunately has just come to an end, where we were beaten by Atletico Mineiro, who are a very good team in all fairness. We were very weakened due to players being at the World Cup and injuries, and we just lost it by 2-0. Hey, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for letting me know. And that signifies to me that things are going to go a bit wrong. One result that we did have recently was against Internacional, and we beat them by 6-1, which absolutely floored me. I keep expecting this bad run to come. It generally does after this happens, so you generally are going to go into a bad run at some point, and this could be the time that we are going into the bad run now. Having lost to Atletico Mineiro, a team who were sitting in 13th, we should have beaten them. We now have top teams to play. Palmeiras, Flamengo. We have Internacional in the quarterfinals of the Cup. And the only, I suppose, what you might term easy fixture is against Goiás. But they are performing pretty well at the moment as well. They're in 8th. So we'll see how we come out of this. I'm not too optimistic. I think we're going to go into a poor run. I'm getting too used to FM now, and I think things are probably not going to go well. My thoughts on Manchester United. It was a poor season, basically. It was a very poor season. We did have more injuries than anybody else, but that's not an excuse. You need strength in depth in the Prem if you're going to win things, and we didn't cope with the injuries. I didn't think Ten Hag had the players on his side. They weren't playing how he wanted to play. I think they want to play how they want to play, and how they want to play doesn't work very well. They kind of are a bit too direct for my liking, and I think that we should be focused on getting a really decent team together and getting rid of the deadwood like Eriksen, like Casemiro, like Mason Mount. These are not, for me, Manchester United players, and they were desperate buys. Who's available and let's buy them. And so I want to get rid of a number of players, and we'll see what next season brings. At least we have Europa League football, but this is a team that's going to struggle for a while. It's going to be another tough season next season. There are certain players I like a lot, Martinez and Mainu. I think Rasmus will become a good player, but he's a bit young yet. So Garnacho needs just to learn to distribute the ball a little bit more. And we've got the makings of young players who can come in. Diallo is another one, and there's a guy at the back whose name escapes me now, centre back, who looks quite decent to me. So in terms of young players coming through, keep playing them, I would say. Don't worry about bringing in old has-beens who've got a past record but really are only coming for the money. Don't bother with those. Get rid of the ones that we've brought in and start developing young players. Buy young players, like Branthwaite, for example. Buy him. He's young, got loads of development. And we just got to keep going. And it may take 2 or 3 more years developing our youngsters and playing with some sort of style not just kicking the ball long, running at them and hoping that we're going to score, which is what I feel they do now. But good cup final win getting us into Europe. That's my thoughts, Onan, on the Manchester United plight. We will come good in 5 years, I guess, but it's going to be a long wait. Talking of coming good, we've got to come good tonight. We've got hopefully to play 5 fixtures and come good tonight. It's been, as I said, it's been a very, very good run. But is it time for it to come to an end? In terms of the squad, we do have still a couple of players on World Cup duty. Duran and Khumalo, both forwards, are on World Cup duty, which does mean that Trevisol has played a lot of games, and he hasn't done badly. He's got a good average rating, and he has scored a few goals as well, bless him. 2 against Internacional in that victory. I've decided to give Trevisol a rest today. Going to bring in Kardec. Pineda has also taken a lot of the strain. Hey, Andre. And so, yeah, there's it's been tough, but we've been getting the results. But unfortunately, squad dynamics isn't very good. Heidegger, I'm guessing he's going to leave in the next transfer window. Khumalo is now wanted by Sunderland. I don't think he's interested in going to Sunderland, but it's something to bear in mind. He could go. David wants to leave. Atuesta wants to go out on loan. I have no problem letting those 2 go. And Maxi Alves, I've promised him more game time with Aguilera because they were getting unhappy. So they've been getting a lot of game time of late, those 2. If we have a look at what game time they've been getting, he's played in 4 games of the last 5, and Maxi Alves, I think, is about the same. So they've been getting much more game time. And in terms of the promises that I've made, if we look at Maxi Alves, he's pleased, and Aguera is pleased with the game time that he is getting. Neither of those I want to let go. So I've got to keep playing them, but I've also got to be aware, because it's a big squad, that I have players like Redondo and other players like, who's the other one? Paraxides and Aguay. They all may, in the end, be a little bit of a problem. Juninho, who's in on loan, and Maya, who's in on loan, they could also cause problems within the dynamics as well. So it's not going to be an easy time as we come into another transfer window. There is a transfer window about to start in July, and that's going to be mayhem, as transfer windows generally are here. Palmeiras is going to be a difficult game. Against Internacional, I did start with the higher line, and then I came off the counter press. I don't think I'm actually going to do that today. I think we're going to keep pressing. We are a team that can press, and hopefully we should be able to press. But I am concerned against these good sides. You can see Pineda is not quite fit. So I will have to keep an eye on Pineda. And I don't know even if I should start him in this game. Trevisol is probably fitter, so we'll go with Trevisol, who has jumped up to a 2.5-star player. Suddenly, he's becoming quite a good little player. So sit back, buckle up, because this is not going to be easy. I've rotated against the wishes of the assistant, but sometimes you've just got to rotate. I have this awful feeling. We all know FM, and I have this awful feeling that this is going to be not the greatest episode. 5 of the biggest teams back to back that we could possibly be up against. So it's just a case of let's get out there, show the world that you've got what it takes, boys. And if we can win this one, get off to a good start, put that defeat behind us, then who knows. I do want to go back to my assistant before we get things underway, because he always changes his mind, as you can see there, and just get him to change his mind on opposition instructions. He does a good job, my assistant, with opposition instructions, and hopefully he'll continue to do a good job. It takes the pressure off me when I'm doing YouTube, another thing that I don't have to worry about. I do like to keep an eye on players who might be playing well, and that's a good example of the press. We do press quite well, and I'm reluctant to come off the press at this point in time. Possession-wise, we're not doing particularly well in the early stages. I want the ball, boys. But we are coming back into the game. Let's hope that we can get a decent result at the beginning of this episode. Get us off to a good start. And, side netting from Marcos. Marcos, who's becoming a very, very good player. I think he's 21 now. Certainly first name on the team sheet. He's become a very good defender. Sits very deep in this back three, especially when we push the line a lot further up. He does tend to hang back 5 or 10 meters behind everyone else, and that's not good defending. And I'm wondering if I should push the line up. I don't want them taking pot shots from around the penalty area, penalty spot. So I'm wondering if I should push the line up, especially as we are probably the better team as it stands at the moment. But we'll see how it goes. No need to panic yet. We need to get hold of the ball. Nicely done by Maxi Alves. Let's hope that we can keep him here. Give him the game time now. When we've got players back fit, when we've got our players back from World Cup duty, then they can come in and he's had his game time. So hopefully that will work out. Concerned about up front. Penalty ref. He's given a penalty. I'm concerned about up front mostly because when the World Cup has finished for these players, and I don't expect South Africa to reach the final, so they will be back sooner rather than later, but they're still going to need a rest. Both forwards are still going to need a couple of weeks off when they come back from World Cup duty, and Maxi Alves has made it 1-0. We are in front. And let's keep this going, boys. I think possibly my decision to keep pressing against Palmeiro was justified. Against Internacional, I came off the press. And I'm wondering, I'm trying to work out how to beat teams against who you should be winning comfortably. I'm trying so hard to work that out. And I think it might be to do with the press. You shouldn't press against very weak teams. I think that's what I'm actually leaning towards at the moment. And I might try that when we come up against Goiás tonight. Just come off the press against these teams who are way below you in the league. See how that figures out. Maxi Alves, I was just about to say he's having a good game, but that was a poor pass. And at the moment, with a better team, I think just about. But I am concerned about the space here and their ability to take shots there. So with that in mind, I am going to push the line up. They are able to take pot shots from just outside my penalty area or just inside. And I want to push up, stop that from happening. Thank you very much, JTech, for your feedback. Much appreciated, mate. Let's hope that it works for me as well. At the moment, we're doing really well. I'm using the same principles as I use in those videos. and we've just been on a 20-game unbeaten run, but I feel it's coming to an end at some point, unless I'm very, very lucky. This is not the greatest football team, and I think it's carried by the tactic, not by the personnel on the pitch. And so I'd like to think we can keep going, but I do know FM as well, and FM will eventually drag me down into the depths. I'm noticing that they are attacking primarily only down the left, and I'm wondering if I should, at this point, just put Pires on a support duty, just to maybe give us a little bit more down that right-hand side in terms of defence. We'll try it till half-time. 4 shots, 4 on target. That's what I like to see. But I'd like to see 2 goals, if we may. In terms of the opposition, we're not really being threatened. There's a couple of boys we need to keep an eye on, but we're not really being threatened at the moment. And we've got the goal. I want more possession. We're not dominating possession, and we're not dominating the match momentum. It's quite an even game. But we'll buck the boys up at half-time and see. Don't get complacent out there. So we need to be a little bit more improved, especially up top. So we'll hopefully hold on to this. Defensively, we're very solid. And as you know, JTAC, if you watch those videos, I believe FM24 is built on defensive solidity. And we are defensively very solid. That's the strength of our team. Marcos, Jesus, Abba are extremely good defenders. There's 3 at the back with the attacking wing backs is working really well. And let's hope that we can continue to pile on results here. I'm not sure what will happen. I think we could go 5 points clear if I'm not mistaken. I'd like to, especially having lost to a team that we should have beaten last time out. This is a little rotated, but Aguilera and Alves have taken the challenge on in midfield and done very well. Pires is not playing particularly well. But he's been playing a lot of football. May have to take him off in a minute. Just give him a break. And again, that was poor. Who was that? Aguilera didn't follow his man. But we've got momentum back. We've got an 80% shots on target ratio. Everything looks good. Maxi Alves is having a very good game. Need to get the ball more to Maxi Alves. And I think I might actually focus play up through the middle. Get the ball to Maxi Alves where possible. And time to make a few changes, I think. A bit disappointed with Cardic, but he's only like a fringe player, and he's come in. He's done a good job. Being that we've got my main 2 strikers away on international duty, he's done a good job. Trevisan has done a good job. Pineda could have done better. Let's make some subs here. You can see that Cardic isn't playing particularly well. Not playing badly, but I will bring Pineda on. And Redondo is tired. Well, not sure why. Juninho can come on for Redondo. And Pires suffering a little bit, I think, in terms of tiredness. We'll bring on Gelos, who also came to me and said that he wanted to leave. He wasn't happy. I told him he could have the playing time, and he, within a few games, he's come back to me and said, no, he's perfectly happy now. So a very strange game this sometimes. Juninho has got himself injured, has he? What happened there? What happened? Did he get injured, Juninho? Or was he just not fit when I brought him on? I'm going to push Maxi Alves up there and bring on Naldi. Naldi hopefully will keep the defensive side of things much tighter. He's a good player, Naldi. Not rated by my coaches, but I rate him. Is a very good player. Has done a very good job as, again, a squad player who's just there to make the numbers up, and he does extremely well. He very seldom lets me down, Naldi. Scores goals, passing, key passes. He's done very, very well for somebody who's not rated by the coaching staff. Trevisiol now is tired, but we also have Marcos, who's having a poor game today, so Marquinhos is going to come on as the 5th sub. And I think it's time maybe to just see the game out a little bit. I'm not going to do too much. I'm just going to pull the line back a little bit more just to stop any balls over the top. Might be why Marcos is having a poor game. But we should be able to see this out now, and that'll be 3 points on the board, hopefully. I do fancy this is going to be a bad run, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a 1-1 draw here. And it might also be prudent to bring my wing backs now both onto a support duty. Just to be defensively solid if we can. That ball's headed into the mix and over the bar. Still 5 minutes to go of time added on. As I say, it wouldn't surprise me to see them equalise. 3 minutes to go. We need to pick up this second ball. Always something to look for in FM. Are you winning that second ball? They are definitely coming at us, so I am going to push the line back up. Maybe we got too defensive. Hold on, boys. Let's not get panicky here. We are a bit panicky. They are coming back into the game. I'm going to go defensive and try and hold on to this. I've struggled the last few iterations of the game tactic. Tend to do well defensively. Yeah, attacking is a different game. I struggle attacking wise sometimes. But as long as you defend, then you're going to be able to defend well. You're going to be able to just like grind out results. And that's where most of my success this year has come from, grinding out results. And this one, again, is like an example of just grinding out a result. We haven't been brilliant, but we've just done enough to grind the result out. And until the forwards start playing again, that's pretty much all you can do. Just grind it out. We weren't at our best, and we got the result. And I say that a lot to them. But no, we haven't gone 5 points clear. Because Internacional have won. They beat Chayera 4-0. So we are, I mean, that's 6-1 victory we had against Internacional. I can't believe that. It was... Trevisiol was outstanding, absolutely outstanding. And we do have a game coming up within a few days. Games come thick and fast, so I'm going to rest them. Just get them all back to fitness. So we'll rest them for a day, get them back to fitness quickly. Flamengo, who are in 6th, and then the cup games. I personally, I won't be too unhappy if we don't win in the cup quarter-final. We'll have pleased the board, to reach the latter stages. I think they'll be perfectly happy with that. So I won't be too unhappy to go out of the cup at this stage. I want to win the league games, and I want to win the Libertadores. That's all my focus is on. I'm not worried about cups. We've won plenty of cups in this save. I'm after the big ones, and hopefully we will win at least one of the big ones this season. I've never seen so many games in a season as there are here in Brazil. There are just so many games in a season, and that's where the season began in the Paranense Cup, and we've gone all the way through this, all the way through, and I guess we're about halfway through the season now, as we have so many more to go, and we're not even halfway through the league yet. I've never come across so many games in a season. Interesting question, JTAC. They're pretty lax. The only thing you have to watch out for is you can only have 7 foreigners in your first team squad. And I sometimes fall foul of that and have to jiggle things about. But generally they're quite lax. I mean, I've got 55 players, I think, in my squad. And I think the minimum is 35 players. So they're generally quite lax. They're not too strict on anything, apart from that foreign player rule. If we can get a result now against Flamengo, I'll be more than happy. But I do worry, when is this poor run coming? We're not that good. We're only predicted to finish in 10th. So we're not that good. So I am expecting to go on this poor run. Rotation is everything, of course. If we go and have a look at Serie A and we look at the season preview, we're actually they made us 7th now. Duran and Abba. We have 2 players in the Dream 11, Duran and Abba. Jesus, Abba is an exceptional defender. Duran is away on international duty. And Kumalo, who I think, if I hadn't messed up his career, would probably be one of the best players in the world. But me hanging on to him has probably messed up his career a little bit. I do think we should rotate, so we will rotate the team. As I said, rotation becomes everything at this point. And you can see I have very few players. These are like Perotti never plays. He's 35, he never plays. I have very few players who are actually not fit. And so rotation is very, very big thing. Gobetti probably needs a game or 2. I might play him in the cup. Perotti is just there to sit on the bench in case someone gets injured. So I think... So Raquelme on the left. And who do I bring in on the right? Gelos. I'm going to play Gelos in this one because of his playing time request. And then we will play... We have... Who's the central defender that I've got here? Have I got a central defender on the bench? Xavier. So Xavier will be the central defender, and Anderson Jesus, and then Maxi Alves, Kardec, Juninho, Bergamin. I don't need him on there. Aguilera. Do I play Aguilera in this one? Did he play last time? Yeah, didn't play particularly well. I might actually give him a run out. Aguilera on for Galzara. We can rest Maxi Alves. Naldi is doing well on the bench. Perotti, Oliveira can come in for Vergamin and Galazara. So you can see strikers are where I'm struggling. But Flamengo also a very, very good team. And, can we beat Flamengo? It would be so good to beat Flamengo. I'd like to think we can get 3 out of these 6 points. And the cup I'm not too bothered about. If you want to make me lose FM, I'll quite happily lose the cup games. But I want to keep going in the league. I want to keep the pressure on Internacional in the league. Duran is playing for Colombia in the FIFA World Cup. And they're in the round of 16, I believe. So I'm not quite sure. South Africa or Italy will play Brazil. Hopefully Kumalo will be coming home. And did we say Duran's playing for Colombia? They've got Norway or Argentina. Hopefully Duran will be coming home as well. Duran's got 26 goals. An average rating of almost 8. What a signing he was. So hopefully he will be coming home with Kumalo, but they're going to need a rest for 2 weeks. So we're going to have to keep going with the boys that we have up front. I want to play Trevisol in this. He's a young kid who I didn't even know existed before the beginning of this season. Played in pre-season and just did amazingly, and he's kept himself in the squad. And he will play today with Pineda, who's a very good player. And hopefully we'll do a very good job. He scored goals. For someone who's come out of nowhere, he's done extremely well. And I like him. And when the manager likes him, he tends to get game time. And he's had a lot of game time of late. Let's hope he can bag a couple of goals today. Hello, Leo. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Bournemouth are after Marcos. Said to be impressed by the standard of Bournemouth squad. Are you having a laugh? We're keen to push through a move if possible. I don't want to lose Marcos. What is his asking price? 14 to 25. If we get an offer, I'm going to try and push that up to about 25. Cortiba to lose Raquelme. Should I give... I think I should give Raquelme a new contract. Let's go and sort his contract out. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that, but we're not going to give him any promises. But I know I have to strengthen. Let's make him see if he goes for that. He's an important player, so 14k. Let's bring it down a little bit. Let's go for that. An important player for me at left wing back. It's hard to find left wing backs. It's easy to find Fearman, the goalkeeper. No, we'll reject the offer then. Evening, Andy. What are your go-to traits for strikers? Off the ball, strength, pace, and work rate. Finishing, not that bothered about, but composure, obviously. Composure off the ball, and if they've got good technique, all the better. as high as I can get all of them, to be honest, JTAC. But definitely off the ball, composure, strength, pace. And we need to keep this going, boys. Let's keep this going. Tales of the Tape. How are you doing, my friend? Not something I pay attention to too much. If you are having problems, then I would just train them. Add a trait, beating the offside trap. I don't have too many problems ever with the offside. I get the offsides, of course, but not unusual amounts. So, yeah, I would say I'm going to push the line up for this game. I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm just going to keep everything as it is. It's working well. Let's not panic. It's just a team that could win this. It's going to be close. But I don't really want to change anything in this game. I just like 3 points here. Our home form is important to us. I don't want to say go out and get revenge. We did lose to Flamengo last time. And they are becoming a little bit of a big bogey side. So maybe I might have to come off the counter press. We'll see if they're able to pass it around us easily. And then I might come off the counter press. Might go a bit narrower as well. We'll see how this works out in the early stages. But it does look to me like they're just passing it around us at the moment. They are a good team, a good passing team. We'll see how possession pans out. They've got the possession. But come on, boys. Come on. Oh, close. Gone out for a corner. Yeah, there's traits that I really should play with a lot more, Tails, than I don't play with them enough. Time, I think it is. Probably, like, there's another one which is tries overhead kicks. It's really, with players of good agility and balance, I should train one of them just to do that. But I just don't do it, unfortunately. And so, Andy, how is your week, my friend? Hope you are well and your family are well. We are pressing them back, so whether I want to come off the press at this point, I don't think so, because they are very deep in their own half. That's more like the problem I'm going to encounter. These long passes through the middle. I know Flamengo, which is why I didn't push the line up too high. Go on, Trevisol. Oh, go on, son. Oh, yes, Redondo. This team just keeps going. Shoots with power. That's another good one. I'll have a look. All fit and well, but still annoying. Wouldn't have you any other way, Andy. What a strike from Redondo on the half volley. So we're up and running in this one as well. It'll be nice to win the 3 league games. As I said, I'm not really worried about the cup. We've done what we need to. I want the big ones, the Libertadores and the league. The cups I'm not really that bothered about. We've kept them very quiet. I just want to go to the opposition instructions, get some feedback from him. He's changed his mind drastically. But we're getting shots on target at the moment, which is good. In the last game, I think we had about an 80% shots on target. On this one, we're 100%. Not creating too much, but I'm looking at their attacks mainly. So we'll put our left wing back on a support role, just tighten up the defense a little bit so he doesn't go missing. Most of our attacks are going through the middle. I'd expect that because we have all our creative players through the middle. They are a good passing team and we need to take the ball off them, boys. Or they're going to do something like that. This is club number 4, JTAC. Started in Indonesia with Persib. Then we went to Hiroshima in Japan. Then we were at Sundowns in South Africa before coming here to Coritiba in Brazil. This is club number 4. The aim is to win 4 of the Intercontinental trophies. We've won 2. That's why I need this one. And then we can go to Europe and try and win the European Champions League. So we need to win this one before we can move to Europe. Time's running out. But we look the better team here. But they are very dangerous, Palmeiras, as is Pineda. But not today. Come on, boys. We've got this. We've had pretty much most of the game. They've had a 10-minute spell where they've looked fairly dangerous, but we've had most of the game. Possession-wise, again, we're not retaining possession as well as I'd like. But that's okay. Palmeiras are a very good passing team. They are... you weren't that bad. Come on, boys. You weren't that bad. You can get much better than this. We can do this. Disney has come on for the opposition. Who is Disney? Is his other name Walt? Hi Neil, how you doing? Good to see you again. Why are you not playing FM? Oh, FM17. Sorry, I thought you said I miss FM. Why do you miss FM17, Neil? What was it about 17 you loved? Oh, hit the post. Come on, boys. Do not draw this game because of poor finishing. Offside. They haven't really caused us any problems. None of them are really worrying us at the moment, but I'd like that second goal, of course. Gelos is on a yellow card. Need to watch that. Oh, that was a chance. So we'll have Gelos ease off the tackles. Marcos can also ease off the tackles. And Aguilera. And the good news is we are winning balls in the middle of the field. It's something that you should always watch out for in FM, is this area here. When the ball's in the air, when it drops down, who wins it? And if you're not, you need to squeeze the lines a little bit more. And 2-0. And it's Aguilera. Coritiba marching on. Yeah, he is a bit Mickey Mouse looking like that. So another YouTuber doing a tactics test and simulating a season. I actually, hey Dibro, I stopped doing it because I saw someone who was doing it before me. I didn't know someone was doing it, but not with, he was doing it with Brighton and not Man City, Brighton, Luton. It's probably the one that you saw. If you remember, I changed mine to Wolves. So I stopped doing it. It's probably the same one. So I stopped doing it because I didn't want to be said that I'm copying. I just didn't know he was there until I saw it in my feed. At first I thought he'd copied me, but he's got hundreds of them on his channel. So, and his method of testing is a lot different. How long have I been playing for? This is 14 years now. 14 years, since 2011. It's a long time to go crazy. It drives you nuts, this game. I don't know why I ever kept going after 2011. It drove me nuts then. It drove me nuts all the way up till about 2017 when I finally understood it. And it's driven me nuts ever since. So I don't know why I do it, to be honest. And pretty much, Andy, pretty much. It's just the maddest game. The maddest ever game. If this doesn't drive you completely insane, you're going to be a very calm person all your life. This is insane, this game. Time to make some subs, I think. Hey, Mikhail, how are you doing? The 41221. Yeah, I was getting a bit bored of it, and people were just like questioning me, is that all you ever do? And I moved to a back three here, just to show people I can play in other ways. But it is a very good tactic. Jesus, Abba can come on. I'm actually going to change two of the defenders. Anderson, Jesus can come on as well. Mayo's okay. Cipriano is not playing very well. So Raquelme can come on there. And one more, probably a midfielder. Probably a midfielder. I haven't made my mind up yet. Let's just go with that. Hey, David, how are you doing? Only 36. Oh, Andy, I'm only 25. I just look old now. Oh, what a game. Why do we all do it, eh? Why do we all do it? Let's make it 3, boys. I'm never happy at 2-0 either. Let's make it 3. Let's get out of sight, because these things always worry me, set pieces, when they haven't been in the game. I'm going to go and ask my assistant about the opposition instructions. Let's do that. And then let's go and ask the assistant. We don't do never press. Oh yes, Trevisol. Andy's painkiller. Trevisol has come into the game. Oh, disallowed? Why? What was that disallowed for? Come on, referee. What? What? Trevisol, though, is very, very good in those areas. I've got one more sub I can make. Redondo's tired. Juninho can come on for Redondo. Oh, buy and sell, basically, is the answer to that, JTAC. Buy cheap, good players and sell them. Go on, Trevisol. and youth. Just develop youth players and sell them for as much as you can get them. Yeah, pretty messed up, I guess. Tails, if mine is bad, yours must be awful. Go on, Raquelme. Go on, son. Corner again. We've got them pinned back now. Good evening, Cyril. How are you doing? Wiser, good to see you. How's it going? Chance! Oh, come on, boys. This will be 6 points out of 6. I wasn't expecting this. Write down formations. I have a notebook. I've never moved away from my notebook, Andy. Unfortunately, it's not with me at the moment. It's in the other side of the room. But I, especially for transfer windows, I still use a notebook and a pen. And I don't think I will ever not use my notebook and a pen. It's just the way I do it. And especially for transfer windows. Hey, Brianna. How are you doing? Brianna Cummings. That's a great name because I can remember FM22. I had a striker playing for Norwich called Jason Cummings. Scottish lad. And not a very good player, but he did okay for me. That's all you can ask. Jason Cummings came through the youth system, as I believe. Great name. Brings back memories for me. And I need to hold on to this game now. I want more possession, I think. So I'm going to slow the game down a little bit. Just try and hold on to the ball now. I should have gone a bit narrower, which I will do in a minute. If we're going to play slower, we need to, as you can see, you need to be a bit narrower. Otherwise, you could end up giving the ball away out wide when passes don't arrive at their target. Oh, it's an own goal. 3-0. Yes, come on, boys. Coritiba. And I think we'll go narrow and come off the press now. We don't need to do it anymore. Oh, not the best. Trevisan, unfortunate on a 6.3. He had that goal disallowed. So that's unfortunate for him. So let's go a little bit narrower now. And we'll come off the press. Don't need to press now. Still got my Amiga 1200. Oh my good lord. You still use it? Is it still working? Oh my gosh. Oh, was it 4? This is a very good result against Flamengo. They're a very good team, Flamengo. It's like the odd result that we had against Internacional, beating them 6-1. To beat these 3-0, this is a very good result. I guess my idea of not coming off the press at the beginning was the right thing to do. Sometimes you got to take credit. Sometimes I will hold my hands up and say that was my fault. But sometimes you've got to take credit. I couldn't decide whether to press or not. I decided to trust them. And it's paid off. He's 35 now, I think, Jesus Anderson. Time for him to go. Another good victory. And that should... Internacional won again, 5-1 away. So they are just going to push us all the way. There is a gap developing to third place Santos, so I think we can see how this is working out. Although we're not halfway through yet. Pineda, I don't know, he didn't have that great a game. Oh, I just clicked that. I just clicked that and he was happy about it. I was very pleased by the way you played and that you scored. He didn't score, he only had an assist. It was another glitch in the game. He should have been really angry. He should have come back at me. Oi, were you watching? I didn't score. Andy, not used, but still works. I can remember I can't remember which one of those consoles I had way back in the day. I had an aircraft carrier game on it, landing planes on an aircraft carrier, but it was totally in the dark. And all you had was lights, which were representing runways on the aircraft carrier. Like, I used to think that was awesome. Oh boy, how things have moved on. We've got the Cup quarterfinals coming up now. I need to rest this weary squad as this season just keeps going and going. Internacional, I did come off the press last time, and it seemed to be the right way to do it. And I will put my left wing back on support. And Perez will need to play. So these, can we do it again? I very much doubt it. I don't think, after beating them 6-1, I don't think FM is going to allow me to do it. Trevisol probably needs to play against them. He was in expired form. He wants to go to Ajax, but look at the money. There's no way. And it only comes to 19, so we can reject that. We don't want to lose Kumalo. Break my heart. $22.5 million is what I've said. Still diving into tackles. I don't think there's anything there. He's not getting a new contract. 35 years old. Cipriano, 31 years old. How much is left on his contract? The end of the year. I'm going to hold on to that. Raquelme, we've offered him a contract. Alton Oliveira. Good young player. I should be training him as a striker, hopefully. No, he's I want him to be trained as an advanced forward. I think we'll hold off. I think he wants to leave. We'll hold off on that. Transfer windows, I hate them. I just want to keep my team together. I'm doing well, Callum. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, the feeling of discovering, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Discovering players is just awesome. And like discovering Trevisol, I think he's probably a regen and just came from nowhere. David, yep, we are still winning. And discovering Lewis Wilden at Norwich, who was a regen. I love discovering players who actually make it, who become really good players. Discovering Kumalo in this save. Time's running out to be sold. was awesome. He made his debut as a 15-year-old Kamalo. He's become like a super player. He just is one of the greats. Is he back, Kamalo, now? Have they lost? No, he's still... Oh, he's injured now. I mean, he's just become a very, very good player. His mentals are very, very good for 21 years old. I think if I can keep hold of him for one more transfer window, then they're going to stop chasing him. And so hopefully, if I can just hold on to him through this transfer window, clubs will stop chasing him. And he will remain at Coritiba until I move to Europe, and then I'll bring him over. He's just one of those boys. Trevisol may become, although his attributes are not that great, Trevisol could become a very good player. Attributes-wise, he doesn't look very good. His finishing is extremely good. So put him in the box, he finishes. But the rest of his attributes look terrible. But with game time, you can see his attributes are climbing. And the more game time he gets, the better he's going to become. He's one of those I might sell on eventually. Oh, Pineda, Tottenham are 12.5 million for Pineda. See how high we can get that. Fulham, Tottenham. They're all looking to generate funds, so we transfer window. Do I want to... I think I ought to be saying qualify for the Libertadores, but 617 or even title challenge, it's not making any difference. You might as well take the lower one. Even winning the league, it doesn't make any difference. So just might as well just take the lower one. Don't put pressure on yourself. Naldi Galzara, yeah, we'll go along with that. So I've accepted the offers for who? Taram. I don't mind him going out. No problem with that. Let's have a look at my bench. I think I might play Gobetti in the cup just to give Rafael a chance to rest and then give this goalkeeper a couple of games. I'm not worried about the cup. Maxi Alves. He's played a lot of games for a squad player. I think he's a squad player. He's actual playing time as a fringe player. He's agreed playing time as a squad player. He's played more than that, hasn't he? Thought I'd given him... That's a fringe player? I thought that would be a squad player. Maybe I got to play Maxi Alves in this game. Galazara's getting lots of game time. Praxides, not too worried about. Raquelme, who is now an important player, needs to play. Cipriano, where is Gales? It's not totally fit, so I'm going to put Adair on the bench instead of Bergamin. And then we have Anderson Jesus, Marquinhos. Do I need to change any of those? Possibly. Naldi, Aguilera, Praxides, Kardec, David and Perotti. Kamalo's injured. Duran still on international duty. Surely they didn't win. Helinho, do I want to play him or do I just want to get rid of him? Aguirre probably needs a game. Who's Murillo? I don't want to. Aguirre will need... Oh, he's unregistered. And Oliveira instead. Tough game, this. Hey, Martin, how you doing? Good to see you. Good night, JTAC. Have a good night. Thanks for popping along. Really good to see you. Squad registration. I have no idea what's going on here. I think we'll go... We only got 48 in the squad now, though. And we'll just confirm all that. Everybody's ticked off. Can we do this cup match? Sandwiched in between Goiás. Heidegger demands first team football. You're on the transfer list, boy. You're transfer listed. So get on with it. He's actually, this game has got so many glitches, he's actually already handed in a transfer request. And that's why he's on the transfer list. This game is nuts. Come on, boys, let's win in the cup. Goiás lost to Palmeiras. Where are Goiás now? 7th. They're a good team. So they will, although it's a game we should be winning, I wouldn't say it's a gimme. But getting 6 points out of 6 up to this point, I would have taken that. 6 points out of 9, I would have taken that. And then who knows what's going to happen in the cup. It'll be close. It always is going to be close. We're not going to do the 6-1 that we did. Helinho on the move, probably. He can go. I've got a number of players who will want to go out on loan. No interest. Which is good. Set to lose Oliveira. Transfer windows are nuts in Brazil. We can't even keep up. Oliveira produced 5 dribbles, 6 key passes and 7 appearances. He's not a bad player. I want to keep hold of Oliveira. 20 years old now. Should I let him go? I could let him go. 11.5 mil. Yeah, some of these players do have to go, I think. I can't play them all. So we'll play Pineda and Trevisol up front again because we simply don't have other players available to play up there. They got Barca playing for them now. Is Barca still in their team? Barca, yeah. Let's type mark Barca as well. It's always a menace to me. Recently came across a thread where somebody was looking for a left back and somebody suggested Barca in that. And I made some comments on there as well because Barca... He's just one of those players you don't like playing against, and he's always a problem for me. We're doing well. We're on a good run. Let's keep going. So these games, cup matches are always going to be close. I don't like watching them. Have I come off the press? I do want to come off the press. I don't, and I think I'll go a little narrower as well. We are the away team. We'll try and be a little bit more compact. And I don't want you guys. He's on support, so that's good. Just keep the one on attack. What? Pires, keep your eye on the ball. Lovely football. Go on, son. Trevisol. Oh. You were banging those away earlier on in the season. Maybe it's time for Kumalo and Duran to come back. Good football, though. I like your optimism, Callum. Away team against Internacional. Whatever happens, it's going to be very close. Both games. I think it could go either way. Cup semi-final would be nice. And we have had tough teams to play. So it hasn't been easy for us. But this might be just one tough team too many. Galazaro possibly needs to stop tackling harder now. Oof, carved open. Again, shots from around the penalty spot. There's two ways you can deal with that. Go into a low block, which I don't want to do. Or push the line up to get out as far up the pitch as you possibly can. Leaves you open, though, to balls over the top. It just depends on how dangerous those shots become. And I do think I need to push the line up. Because they are looking quite dangerous from around the penalty spot edge of the area. And we need to try and get out of our half. If we possibly can. There's another one coming up here. So we need to get them away from that area. I don't want to go to a low block and put players in the way. That would be a bit drastic. This early in the game. Low block maybe later. But they do pass the ball around very nicely. They're a good team. And they are, I think they are favourites to win the league. They are every year. They are a very, very good team. Flamengo normally are kind of like joint favourites, but they've had a poor season this year. Marcos, he's not drifting back as much as I would like him. Again, another chance from the edge of the box. I may have to go into a mid-block, as they are totally dominating it now. They're pushing us back. We're trying to get out, but we can't get out. So what I might do is go into a mid-block. And just pull the line back a little bit. Just try it that way. Bereza and Teco are also dangerous. So maybe he's got a long shot on him. Maybe we need to close him down. And Teco... tight mark him. What was the foot? Left foot. right foot. Got to try and start combating what's going on here. We've come back into the game a little bit, but not to my liking. Let's hope with the mid block I can get a few more bodies behind the ball. That's the idea. Lovely play. Go on, Gazzaro. Into the box. Trevisol. He's not playing too well at the moment, Trevisol. He's not having his best period of form. Oof, Pineda. Come on, win the ball. That's Barso. He's my number one enemy. Always plays well against me. Well done, Pineda. He kept going, kept chasing that. 4 shots, none on target. Not good. Trevisol is playing badly. I'm guessing that Trevisol is the reason. Trevisol, what's his number? Trevisol, where are you? 2 shots. Number 37. 1's on target, 1 off target. Keep an eye on Trevisol. He's not too bad at the moment. Oh boy, I don't like them doing this. Do not do that. It's give me heart attack every time you do it. I don't know how teams who play out from the back in real life can actually do it. Oh, so stressful and Redondo. 1-0. 1-0. Going into the mid block has done the trick. Just getting bodies behind the ball a bit more. And lovely counter-attack. Redondo. Aston Villa signed him in real life. He was shocking. Argentinian striker. Anybody can remember who that was? I can't remember him, to be honest. Argentinian striker. That's much better. See how many bodies we had behind the ball then? There was like 7 bodies behind the ball. And in the end, we just forced them to shoot from an impossible place. You're doing well. Keep working. I'm happy with them. So come on, keep working. Trevisol, keep working. We'll go to my assistant. We've type marked weaker foot. Yeah, that's fine. Keeping Barso quiet is quite important. So let's see how this mid-block plays out. I'm worried about a mid-block because it invites teams on to you. But if it's working at the moment, why change it? Might change it back later in the game. But there's no need to change it at the moment. It's working. We've just got to keep them quiet. Go on, tackle him. Nicely done, Perez. Barraza is playing exceptionally well. Oh, what happened there? Oh, Gobetti made a save. I thought it had gone over, but I couldn't see where it had gone. Focused mainly down the right. Things are going well. Teco is still a problem. But we've got rid of one of the problems. But Teco is still a problem. Go on, Galzara. Redondo! Oh, what a chance. What a chance to win the tie. If we can win this 2-0, I'd make us real favourites. Juan Pablo. God, I don't even remember him. Your football knowledge is amazing. Oh, what a chance. We're just wasting chances here. Trevisol maybe needs to come off. Well done. Well done. Good header, Mustafa. They are quite dangerous in the air. Teko is a menace. This guy, and he's on his own. I have to put someone on Teko. Oh, we're giving away a penalty, have we? I have to put somebody on him. He's an absolute menace. But it's got to go to 1-1. I said it was going to be close, this. Even 2-1 down at this stage will be okay. But we'll keep doing what we're doing. I'm going to put Perez on a support duty as well. Because they are very... He is a worry, Teko. And we're a bit under the cosh here. So it might be time to change. Might be time to change something. Let's go and get some players off the pitch. Like Trevisol, Pineda can go up here, and Kardec can come in here. Marcos is not playing well again, so Marquinhos can come in here. Naldi can come on. Oh, we'll leave it at that for the moment. And I also want Perez to mark Teko. Because we're in danger of losing this now. If I don't do something, change something, we're going to lose this. They're just being invited on. I do want to check their general health. They look fit to me. They look very fit. Pineda's tired. I might actually take Pineda off. He's playing a lot of football. And put Oliveira on there. Not Oliveira. What am I talking about? Is it Oliveira? Yeah, he can play up there. Just give him a run. And then maybe Perez can come off. Adur can come on in there. So Teko needs marking. And right foot. But at the moment we are getting beaten. We had a really good first half. We're getting absolutely beaten here. They're fitter than us. That's the difference. Let's drop them some encouragement. And now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to counter press. And I'm going to push back up. Let's try and get at them a little bit. Hopefully they've got one or two tired players who are going to make mistakes. Galazara... Redondo is the man who needs to come off. Can't take any more off. So Redondo. He's getting tired. Let's help him out a little bit as much as I can. But we're very tired now. Whereas they are getting stronger. And Tecco is still becoming a nuisance. Good head. Let's try and push them up the field. And keep the ball as well. "1-1, I would take that as a result. I'd even take a 2-1 defeat, as we are the away team. These are the favourites to win every trophy. Nicely done. Nicely done. I want to slow the game down, if at all possible, after this. Too frantic. Chance! Ooh. Too frantic. Come on, let me... That's it. Let me do it. Try and hold the ball now. Focus our play through the middle. Just hold on to the ball, boys. Keep it away from Tecco. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's get this winner. Come on. Come on. We can do this. Turn. Oh. Not sharp enough, I'm afraid. Poor pass from Riquelme. Go on, Redondo. You're having a good game, son. You might be tired, but you're playing well. Nicely done, nicely done. Hold possession. Lovely play. Go on, Oliveira. Make a name for yourself, Cardiff! It's Cardiff! And it is 2-1. Who said 2-1? Somebody said 2-1. Who was that? Oh, actually, it was Callum. Said 3-1. I thought it was 2-1 at first. Nice pass from Oliveira. Cardiff kept his nerve. And we are 2-1 up. 3 games, 3 wins so far. Oh boy, it's getting harder and harder. Like, I've got players on the pitch. I've got players on the pitch who are just squad players, fringe players, even breakthrough players are playing their socks off here. Oh, who was that? Closing down too much. I don't want you closing down, boys. See, that's why. Well done, Riquelme. Do not give it away now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's put Eder on a support duty. Eder, who's just a youngster, he's like, shouldn't be in this team, but I'm at this point where I've got to use these players because my other team members are getting very tired. And there's the goal, the equal. No, offside. Let's drop a bit of encouragement. Come on. Tecco has had a very, very good game. You need to hold this ball, boys. Again, you can see pushing the lines up. If you are prepared to take that risk, you tend to win the ball in this area when it drops. But you've got to be prepared to take that risk at the back. You need someone very pacey at the back. But this looks like 2-2 to me. We're really struggling at the moment. Go on, Cardiff, get after it, Sam. Come on, 15 seconds, ref. Come on. Come on. Keep going, boys. Keep going. See how tired we are. Oh, my goodness me. That's it. Just hold the ball until the whistle goes. You should get a yellow card for this. But the referees got bored and decided, let's go home. And we've beaten them away. That's... Everybody thought we would lose. I thought we would lose. But you've done well. Ah, but it just keeps going, this Brazilian stuff. This is so hard. So when's the next game? Golas away. So we have to rest them all again. Just keeps going and keeps going. Golas is a game we should be winning, but this is probably the one, because it's been the easy game of the 5. Heidegger didn't turn up for training. I think he needs to go, doesn't he? I think we might have a word with him. Criticize his conduct. Club's image comes first. And I don't know why he gets upset. He just didn't turn up for training. He should be disciplined and he should accept it. But they never do. Botafogo, 5 million for Helinho. I think I'm prepared to sell David. Chris Flamenco, I think I'm prepared to let him go. If I accept some, maybe it will get off my back. The game will get off my back. So a couple of players going out. A good hunch as well, Andy. I can't believe that we won that with such a poor team. Such a weakened team. This is a big game now. In between these 2 cup games. But it's the easiest of the 5 games. And this is the one that we will probably lose. This is how FM operates. My record against clubs who are poor is not very good. And like we should have won this game here. It should have been a piece of cake. But that's the one we lost. With all the tough games around it, that's the one we lost. So this one is probably the one that we're going to lose. But I would take 6 points from 9 in those games without any doubt. Mayo. Is Maxi Alves fit? Yeah, he's fit, so I am going to play Maxi Alves. William Xavier, yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Xavier's had a rest. And then Abba, Jesus Abba can come on this side. And then I'd like to put a strong team out against Mustafa can rest. Maya, Cipriano. I want to keep Alves in. But Cipriano should be fit. Juninho. Probably a good idea. Ah, Duran is back. Duran is back. And it's not saying he needs a rest, which is good. Duran can come on. He's been a bit out of sorts, Trevisol. Let's just make him a bench player. And Juninho, I can go along with that as well. Redondo maybe needs a rest. Praxedes can come in for Redondo. Might switch those over. Redondo could do with a rest. As well as Pires. Redondo resting. We'll bring Maya on. Gelzara resting. Gelos can come onto the bench, although Edu did well. I think we might play Gelos. Give a little bit of... Oh, and the goalkeeper needs to change. Rotation is everything in Brazil. Yeah, Callum, that is one of the things that really annoys me about this year's game is you tend to win the big games and you lose against teams who are at the bottom of the league. And that really does annoy me. And my record against teams 18, 19 and 20 in the league is dreadful. It's probably around about 20% win. And you should be doing better than that. If you're not going to give us any money. Man United have made a bid for 13 million for Jesus Abba. Incredibly interesting. Would need a lot of convincing to stay at the club. What's his 19 million? Let's try and persuade him to stay. I want UEFA Champions League football and Man United could offer me, as it's simple as that, really. That meet our demands. Let's go. I think we should be going 21 mil. Let's go to 17.5. No. Okay, 16.5 it is. Looks like we are going to lose Jesus Abba because they've just pretty much offered that. Oh, what a blow. What a good player to lose. Oh yeah, it's a good offer, Andy, but I don't want to lose him. He's like my best defender. If we go to the centre-backs, he is the best defender that I have, and I don't want to lose him. I can't see me winning the Libertadores without him. What's the transfer thingy? I thought I declined that one. Let's see what he says. We decline it. You don't want to go and play for Manchester United anyway. They're rubbish. Don't you know they're rubbish? It's like, you don't want to go there. I'm trying, David, to keep this team together. I don't need to buy players at the moment. if I can keep them together, I've got a really good squad, and I tend to sell and replace. And that's my way of doing it. Marquinhos will become a good player. Whether he will be as good as Jesus Abba, I doubt. Kumalo is also back, recommended to 45 minutes. So Kumalo can come onto the bench. It's good to have those two boys back. So he can come onto the bench for Trevisol. Trevisol can't complain about having a rest. And I just got to hope Manchester United decide, well, let's not bother. Get stuck in? No, I don't think so. We'll just play the way we play. And hopefully we've put a team out that can go and win this game. Although you just never know. You just never know what's going to happen here. For favourites here, I want us to play like it. Duran back in the team. Will that be a good thing? Kumalo sitting on the bench. Did look to me like Pineda and Trevisol were going off the boil a little bit, so maybe getting those two players back, Duran and Kumalo. Oh, please, please let me hold on to Jesus Abba. What a good player he is. It's why we're so defensively solid, him in part, and Marcos, such good players. Wait, come on, boys. This is already looking like you're not bothered. I mean, there we go. Team at the bottom. I'm going to push the lineup. We have to go at these. I don't want them shooting. I'm going to counter press. That may have been the problem. We can't afford to just let these dominate the game. We're certainly pushing them high up the pitch. Again, they're down the left-hand side is where they look most dangerous. But at the moment, it's just fairly stale. We haven't created a chance. And here we are, another team who we should be really hammering. No shots on target. No efforts. It's like they stopped playing with teams lower in the league. Oh, at least that was an opportunity. I wonder if I should go positive. Let's go positive, see what happens. This save reminds me so much of Benfica. Benfica was all about holding on to your players. Do whatever you can to hold on to your players. And that was what I got doing Benfica last year, and it's very much the same. And this is going to, it looks to me like this game is going to play out exactly as I thought it would. Of all the games in this series of 5, this is the one we're going to lose. And there it is. Oh, hit the post. And what I'm going to do now is I think you have to play defensive against these teams. So I'm going to come off. We'll stay on the counter press, but I'm going to go into a mid block. Because I think you have to play defensively to win these games against teams bottom of the league. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Why would I play more defensively against these teams? And well, I suppose the reason is because if I play attacking, I can't beat them. So let's go a little bit more defensive then. Stop them scoring and try and sneak a goal ourselves. And what I might do is slow everything down. Let's go Man City. Let's slow it down. Keep the ball. And then we'll see if going more defensive possession style actually helps. Because otherwise I can just see this game already going away from us. And nothing ever makes sense in this game. Is this the goal that they're looking for? In fact, at this point in time, I'll even take a draw. Just think I might just grind out a draw here. Let's tell them they've been poor. Far from pleased. And now let's build them up again. It's really, really odd. I cannot figure out how to win these games. This is obviously the challenge for FM24, beating teams who are worse than you. And I have been thinking about it for a while. Just go defensive. If you can't beat them by attacking, then just go defensive. And hope to sneak a goal. And maybe that's coded into the game that if somebody is brave enough to go defensive against them, you'll win. But if you keep attacking them, they're not going to let you win it. Duran's out of shape here, but he does head over the bar a lot, but then he does, like, sometimes he will. That's interesting. I'm actually going to focus our play down the right. Gallos is playing extremely well. I'm going to go and check with Mr. Assistant. Seems fair enough. I'm going to type mark him. So I wonder, we've gone a bit more defensive now. I wonder what will happen. We're just edging the game a little bit. We've got the possession now. And we are still playing in a mid-block. We are still pushing them backwards, which is really weird. Gallos is having a very, very good game. So that's why I've gone. His passing isn't very good, but 4 key passes out of that lot. Looks like a draw to me, but then in this kind of game, that's what you got to accept. Marcos and Abba need to come off the tackles, I think. Let's just do that. And that. Perez, we'll take him off in a minute. Gallos, will take him off in a minute. I'll just ignore that for now. Is this sneaking the win? Oh, Duran, you plonker. No wonder Colombia got knocked out of the World Cup. Right. Who's the one who's playing well? Pineda. Kamalo can come on for Duran. Switch those around. Who's the one with the bad wrist? Gallos. So we don't want to focus down the right now. And Maxi Alves is tired. Let's bring on Maya. And Paraxides is having a bad game. Aguilera can come in there. They are beating us at the moment. Oh, go on, Sam. Yes, Pineda. And I wonder, is that it? To beat these teams at the bottom, or they're not at the bottom, but they are in the lower part of the league. And we were looking like we were going to lose that. And is that the secret that FM has coded in? Just defend. And then you will get the reward. Because my record against these teams is terrible. And is that what you need to do? Jesus Abba is very tired, as well as Pineda, but we'll bring off Jesus Abba. Marquinhos can come on there. Is that what you have to do? I don't want to concede now. Oh, that's a terrible free kick. Oh, it did get a deflection, did it? Cipriano. I don't want him doing too much. Dribble less, take fewer risks. Come on, don't concede a goal now. We've kept them to zilch attacking. Come on, FM. Prove my theory. Oh, God. Oh, so that's not it then. It's just the game. It's just the game. It doesn't matter what you do, is the bottom line. Should I go a little bit more in their face now? We've had pretty much all the game. It's just one of those games the game wants you to lose. It's an enigma. It's a part of the game that I don't like. Take it out. You're more likely to lose to better sides than teams in the bottom of... What? What? They've made two really bad defensive errors. But I'm still not convinced we've got this one. I mean, is this just proving me spot on that these games are so difficult to win? I mean, is this going to be an equalizer now? I still don't know how to do this. I'm going to put Maya on a defend duty now. I'm going to put him, play him as a ball winner on defend. Just sit at the base there. Try and win the ball. I'm going to push the line up as well. Although they've got just one over the top. I thought that was going to be... Oh, this game drives me nuts. I'm going to push this line up a little bit. Try and keep the ball. Have I got any more subs left? No. What a game this is. Keep it in the corner. Well done, boys. Well done. Keep the ball. Oh, Manchester United, do not please take Jesus Abba. He's immense, that boy. Come on, 1 minute to hold on. Let's go and slow it down even more. Oops, don't want to distribute quickly now. Keep the line where it is. We just need to come off that a little bit. Just slow it down now. Sitting in a mid-block waiting for a mistake, then you reckon that's how they've coded it? Passing a little bit more direct. They've made 2 dreadful defensive errors. So it's maybe is sitting in a defensive pattern and waiting for mistakes. So or just making them yourself, but he's been given offside, has he? Good heavens. Oh, good Lord. I mean, is that it? Is that how you do it? You shouldn't have to defend against... I keep saying that to them as well. We weren't at our best. You shouldn't have to keep defending against these teams. You should have to defend against the better teams, but attacking works better against the better teams. Oh, 2 dreadful errors they made at the back. But then we weren't that great at the back ourselves. Right, we got to play the second leg of this. Oh, my goodness me. Kamalo and Duran may be up front. I don't know. And all the way down... Juninho is unregistered, so he doesn't need a rest. I think we have to bring Kumalo and Duran back together. They won. Internacional won again. It's just keeping them right behind us. Oh boy, can we hold on to this? Can we? Jesus Haber, Nottingham Forest? What? Hopefully he doesn't want to go to Nottingham Forest, because he wanted to go to Man United because of Champions League football. Nottingham Forest are not going to give him that. So hopefully we can ward off Nottingham Forest's bid. Flamenco's gone out. We don't want to do anything with that. Flamenco is on the way out anyway. So, do I come off the press again? Or do I just play with the press? Anderson Jesus is going to retire. I can't say I blame him. He's 35 now. He's not getting any game time. Uh, 10.7. Is that enough? 18.5. I think I have to let him go, don't I? I have to let him go. What a shame. What a shame. I just got to hope that Marquinhos can come in and do the job for him. I can't hold on to him under those 16.5 is what we agreed, and that's what it's come out at. He wants to go to play in the Champions League. We're going to... I probably don't want to play Anderson Jesus now. So probably, and Heidegger would have been the reserves. Javier and Mustafa with Jesus Abba on the way out. And Gobetti will play in the cup. Give him some game time. Juninho can't play. I think Naldi can come in. Perez, Raquelme. And Paraxides and Redondo. Probably Aguilera and Redondo. Kumalo will come up front for Pineda. So Pineda and Trevisol. David, no, I don't want him in there. Oliveira. Kardec, he's not registered. Aguay is not registered. Galazaro can play. Paraxides, Marquinhos, Anderson, Jesus. So I will have a little bit of money in the kitty. And I need to find another central defender. Galazaro. Have I made a promise for Galazaro? No, it's Aguilera. Pleased, pleased. Maxi Alves, pleased. So Galazaro, we haven't made a promise for Galazaro. This is the big one of the night. We've played 4-1-4. Can we make it? Played 5-1-5. A draw is all we need. Claudel, yeah, okay. He won't like that. Yeah. Marcos, I don't want to move him up. So, we'll put that back straight away. Let's say there's a lot of competition. He's quite content with that. Actually, that worked. Pineda, Camalo can share that role then. This is the big one. Internacional. Should I come off the press? Or should I stay pressing them? It did work last time, coming off the press. I'm going to push the line up. And I'm going to counter press. I'm going to go for it. Probably the wrong move. But I really don't mind going out of the cup. There's too many games. A lot of pace up front. That's all you pretty much need. Is pace up front and very creative midfielders. And then you've got it sussed. Pinedo, does he want to go? No, he's not going to be a... Teco, no, I'm not moving him to the reserves. Elinho could become better than Redondo. Marquinhos could become better than Mustafa. Sabrosa, youngster. Another one who seems, he's 20 years old. He's not going to be... Jesus Abba, his form, yeah, let's give him a little bit of a... Oh, he's not happy. Well, the sooner you get out the door, the sooner I get my cash. But I'm only going to get about 8 million out of it. But I guess in Brazil, that's a lot of money. And... yeah, that's probably a good idea. Focus play down the middle. Let's go and ask him. Fairly happy with that team. Xavier can't play. Marquinhos can. Heidegger can come in here. Oh, Pineda or Heidegger. Heidegger probably. So let's bring in... Well, we'll just put Jesus Abba on the bench then. Oh, we still got 8. Why? Oh, because Abba's foreign. Heidegger's foreign. Xavier's unregistered. Egwu, he's unregistered. Helenio can come onto the bench for Jesus Abba. Play with a mid-block direct passing. I was a big fan of the low block last year. I haven't, because my teams have been good pressing teams this year, I haven't really played much with the low block or the mid block. But it does seem going into a mid block against poorer teams does seem to do a little bit, make a difference, because you are right, maybe you're just sitting back and waiting for mistakes, and that might be what wins you games, rather than busting a gut trying to win it. Just sit back and wait till they make mistakes. Oh, Duran, you are so out of form at the moment. Duran's like 26 goals in the first half of the season, and he's been away on World Cup duty, got injured. Still got 26 goals, but he's a bit out of sorts at the moment since coming back from the World Cup. But Kumalo's not. Kumalo is not out of sorts. And that's what I expect of that boy. Such a good player, Kumalo. Off his chest, bang. Reminds me of old Georgie Best. Well, that's a good start. That is a very, very good start. We just need to keep this going. Nicely done, boys. Come on, come on. Let's have a goal from Duran as well. Lovely passing. And it's another one. Duran, just when I said let's have a goal from Duran, the boys are back in town. Duran and Kumalo. Although I quite fancy scoring that one myself. Couldn't really miss that one. It was a lovely passing move. And he couldn't really miss that. But he could have. But not a player of his quality. We're now 4-1 up. What a start. Well, they're going to have to score 4 goals to beat us now. 3 will draw, but they're going to have to score 4 times to beat us without us scoring again. There couldn't be a better start. Is this another 6-1 that we're going to have? Pires, that was poor. But Kumalo's having the game of his life. There he is again in the box. Oh, Kumalo. I don't know, sometimes, Callum, I make decisions and they turn out to be the right decisions. And I just decided, no, we're not coming off the press today. We're going to go with a home team. We're going to press them. It's what we built our game on initially, was our press. For the first time, I've got a team who are very good at pressing. So No, we shouldn't lie down for Internacional, and it's paid off. 4 shots, 4 on target, and we've kept them out of the game. Always dangerous, though. They're not out of the game. Oh, Aguilera. The back line isn't as impressive as it was before. So I'm looking, remember that Marcos was sitting so much deeper. It's kind of sorting itself out. Losing Jesus Abba will be a blow, but we might be able to find someone to replace him. Come on, boys, come on. Oh, I thought Raquelme was going to pop one in there. Hit his own player. But we've just kept them out of the game. So pushing forward into their half was the right... Oh, he's in miles of space and now he's made it 3-0. Internacional are pretty much dead and buried now. Well, this is a shocker. This is the team who are favourites to win the league. And we have definitely got the Indian sign on them at the moment. And Naldi never lets me down, that boy. I wouldn't write Internacional off now, but they are going to have to score 5 times to beat us. 5-3, it could happen, but we're certainly in the driving. So we lose this from here, then I should be shot as a manager. But it could happen. I don't want any complacency at all, so I'm going to tell them to focus. They might not like it, but I don't want any complacency creeping in here. Barso probably needs tight marking, and we have an injury. We haven't had one for a while, so Gelos can come on. And Barso probably needs tight marking. I don't want him roaming around. Teco was Teco. He's not playing today, is he, Teco? Which is good news for me. But here they come. They're coming back into the game now. And so I'm going to put my wing backs on support. They are coming back into the game. We've got to hold on to half time. Nicely done. Go on, Gelos. Go on. Into the box now. Where's Kamalo? Give it to Kamalo. I trust him today. Aguilera! What a chance. It was a good save, was it? I don't get it. This team is favourites to win the league, favourites to win the cup, favourites to win the Libertadores. And we're just beating them all the time. Unlucky, son. Kamalo and Duran, bringing them back has obviously helped. We're absolutely hammering them. I think I want to try and keep possession, though. I want to slow the game down a little bit. But they are very deep. They're not really attacking us. Counter-attacking us, yes, but not really throwing bodies forward. I'm going to slow the game down now. Try and keep possession a little bit. Let's see our possession figures going up. I'm also going to play narrower. Make it more difficult for them to get the 5 goals they need. Mendes probably needs... Is he a centre-back, though? No, he's a full-back, isn't he? So Mendes probably needs... Where is Mendes? He's a right winger. I think we should probably tight mark Mendes as well. Tight mark both wingers. Oh boy, this could be an interesting victory. Gobetti's playing quite well. He's made a couple of good saves. So maybe I've made correct decisions for a change. This would be for a change. And I think it's important to stay focused. Keep going. You've got the ability. I'm very happy with your efforts in midfield. And I'm very happy with your... Oh, I'm not happy with your finishing. I've made the wrong one there. Kamala's a bit confused. Oh, you shouldn't have to click buttons. Mouse slipped. I wonder if that'll cost me the game now. That mouse slip. That's an idiot. I wanted to say I'm very happy with your finishing. And I wonder, come back into a mid-block now, just hold on to the game. Are they going to try balls over the top now? What are they going to do? Looking for set pieces. I hate set pieces, defending set pieces. Oh. They're not finishing very well, are they? They've had chances. And their finishing has been poor. But we are not doing too well. Letting them come at us is not really working. So we're going to go back to how we were playing. I don't want them coming at us anymore. So we're going to go... Oh, we didn't go back into... So I want to counter press. We're going to up the tempo again. We're going to go at them. I'm going to put my wing back on attack. I thought I'd come back into a mid-block, but I hadn't. They are definitely giving us a game in this second half. Well done, Gobetti. Well done, defence. Come on, let's get another goal and then I'll be much, much more content. Not that I think that they're going to win this tie, but they could make it very difficult for us if they come back to 3-2. We need to win this. What was going on there? Go on, intercept it. Well done. But he's beaten you, Varso. They're definitely the better team at the moment, and they're back in it. No, they've missed another one. Oh, this is like backs to the wall defending. We're going to shout at them and demand more. What's happened to them? Okay, there's a couple of players, Jose and Mendes. Needs to be specifically marked, I think. So we'll ask Raquelme to mark Mendes. And oh boy. Left foot. Hard tackle him. Let's let him know. Let's let him know he's in a game of football. Not quite the hammering, Callum. We've just lost our way from the first 20 minutes. And they've got one back, and it was coming. It was coming. Well, I did say if they took this to 3-2, it would make it very uncomfortable for me. That was just coming. I'm not quite sure how to counteract this. They've just come back out of nowhere. Right, time to make some changes. Raquelme is not playing very well. And neither is Gallos, but I can't do anything about him. He's come on as a sub. And I need to tell him, though, not to tackle harder. This could be embarrassing. This could end up embarrassing. Who else? Gobetti is playing well in goal. Just tiredness now. Kamalo probably needs to come off, so Pineda can come on. And Gallos needs a rocket. He needs a shout. Demand more. Yeah, that was my error with Kamalo. That team talk just totally disrupted him. But the mouse slipped and I clicked the wrong one. And instead of saying I'm really happy with your finishing, it was I'm not very happy at all. So that was, I take full responsibility, the mouse slip. Are they going to score 3 more? I hope not. It would be really embarrassing if they do. And finally, Felix. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm looking also at Felix. He's causing me problems as well. You're right, it's the flanks. And he's not that good. So I think you're right. I think we need to lower the line. I'm going to come into a mid-block, come deeper, and try to stop these working on the flanks. And I think we need to put Cipriano and we'll put them both on a support duty. It's just holding on now. But I think you're right. They are working it down the flanks. And I'm also now I don't want it down. Yeah, I do want to stay focused down the middle. And I do. Oh. Yeah, I'm apart from that, I don't know. But yeah, I definitely need to lower the lines because they are going outside me. You're quite right. It was when I noticed that their left back was also causing problems. And he's not really a great player, so we had to do something to tie that up. Come on, make it 4. This is it. Oh, what a chance. Penalty, ref. Naldi is having another outstanding game. For a 2-star player, what a player he is. Yeah, I'll try that. Praising them, praise the entire team, give them a bit of a bolster. Have I got any subs left? Yeah. Probably Duran can come off now, although better to have tired forwards than tired midfielders. Redondo, tired. Mustafa is tired. Five minutes left. They still need 3 goals. I think we've got this. Come on, boys. What a hard second half that was. We've got it. Come on. We've got it. Come on. We're in the semi-finals now. That's all right. Now we'll just go defensive, see this game out. Go very narrow. Just see the game out now. I'm gonna drop the line even further. Hey, Craig. Thanks, mate. Although I'm probably better at telling others how to do it. That was a struggle. Sometimes when I have to do it myself, Craig, it's not quite so easy. But yeah, we've got there, and we have beaten them. The best team in the league, the best team in Brazil. We have beaten them. And what an excellent performance. So we are in the semi-final of the Cup. We have had a very, very successful episode today. We've played 5 and won 5. And these were probably the toughest games that we could possibly have had. Goiás was a good win. Internacional, both were good wins. They were all good wins there today. Flamengo 3-0. And so that's it. It's gone over half an hour today, but well worth it. We've got through 5 very difficult games, and we've won all 5. So we're in the semi-final, and we looks like we will be playing. Oh, no, that is the Libertadores. I don't know who we're going to be playing in the semi-final. We'll be back at some point, probably for the second leg of the Libertadores against Sao Paulo. And hopefully we will continue with this. We are on a run, and hopefully we can continue. We'll definitely come back for the Sao Paulo game on Sunday. Join us then. Have a great night, guys, and thank you all. Thank you for your compliment, Craig. Thank you all for coming along. It's been a fun time tonight, and I do appreciate every one of you supports the channel. I love chatting to you in the chat, and it's great to see people there. Hopefully we'll see you on Sunday as we continue our journey towards, hopefully, the Libertadores. Catch you guys soon, and have a great night. Cheers, boys. Thanks for coming.